Hey everybody, it's Molly with All Ears, and I am back with a brand new video. And guess what else is back? Fireworks at Walt Disney World. Tonight is the very first night of Happily Ever After at the Magic Kingdom and Epcot Forever over at Epcot. We are going to see both of those shows throughout this video and talk about fireworks, the best tips, tricks to seeing the fireworks. Let's be honest, we're all going to cry. I hope you're ready. I hope you're excited. I sure am. Let's get to it. I don't know if you can tell, but it is raining a lot, and it monsooned on the way over here. I'm wearing my rain jacket. I was very excited to wear my Happily Ever After ears, but unfortunately, due to the rain, I'm gonna have to do a quick wardrobe change. Now we're rain ready for the fireworks. Happily Ever After is the fireworks show that came out after Wishes here at the Magic Kingdom. It's been around for a few years. It's an incredible show that combines projections on Cinderella Castle, amazing fireworks, a beautiful score, Tinkerbell takes flight. It's absolutely magical. It's absolutely amazing. And tonight is the first night for guests to see it again. They did do a few preview nights. They also did a cast member night, and Jordan Fisher, who sings the soundtrack, came, and it was wonderfully magical. And I cried a million tears just watching pictures from that. So you all know I'm gonna cry 1,000,001 tears actually being here. It's literally 2 hours before fireworks and people are already scoping out their spots. Now, there's a lot of people that'll tell you where to stand for the fireworks. Everybody has their opinion on what the best place to stand is. For me, I like to stand center of the castle, but towards the back of the hub. That way you get to see the projections on the castle, but you also get to see the fireworks. If you get too close, you don't really get to see the fireworks because they come behind the castle. What's really exciting too is that for the 50th anniversary, which is on October 1st of this year, it's an 18-month celebration. They are gonna have a brand new fireworks show called Disney Enchantment here at the Magic Kingdom. It's still gonna have projections on the castle and fireworks, and the projections are gonna go all the way down Main Street. Harmonious over at Epcot is also debuting that night. So we'll do a whole 50th anniversary video, don't worry about that. But for now, Epcot Forever, which is the temporary show that came to Epcot, and Happily Ever After are back. Happily Ever After, there are some other cool places you can stand that aren't right here on Main Street. Some people like to stand in Fantasyland. You can also see it from some of the resorts like the Grand Floridian outside on their deck. You can see it from the Polynesian beaches. You can of course see it from California Grill over at the Contemporary. That's a great spot to watch it, but only on Main Street are you gonna see those amazing projections. So that's where you're gonna wanna stand if you wanna see the whole thing or you've never seen it before. A question we get asked a lot, what time should I get out here for the fireworks? Now, of course, today's a special occasion. It's still about 2 hours before fireworks and it's already filling up out here, but this is the first day back since the reopening. So on a normal day, I would say about an hour before fireworks if you want to get a good spot right in the middle of Main Street, maybe longer if it's a special occasion, like a holiday, or sometimes on the weekends you might want to get out here a little bit longer, but normally about an hour is good. What I like to do is take shifts with the group for the bathroom to get snacks. One thing you do want to keep in mind though with the snacks, the lines at these popcorn carts and these pretzel carts and the locations nearby are going to get very, very long. So if you think 15 minutes, 5 minutes before the fireworks start, you can just dash over and grab a popcorn refill. That's not going to be the case. You're not going to be able to get back to your group most likely because this is going to be so packed and those lines are going to be really long. So keep that in mind. You're not going to be able to just do a dash and back. But if you 30 minutes beforehand or so, you can go get a snack and do shifts that way. I am departing on a snack break for the confectionery, which is the fake confectionery, as when I'm filming this, the confectionery has not reopened yet, but that's the big treat spot on Main Street. So we're gonna go get something there because I love a treat. But we're gonna make a pit stop in the restroom first, and I wanna bring something to your attention. There are restrooms over here near Casey's Corner. That's where Baby Care used to be. It moved to Tomorrowland, but that is a restroom. It's very popular. But you know what, friends? There's also restrooms over here next to the plaza, and these are usually very, very quiet compared to the ones that used to be near Baby Care, and First Aid is still over there. So a little pro tip from me to you, these restrooms, when you're waiting for fireworks, are a better bet. Of course, another hot spot for a delicious treat before the fireworks, the Main Street Bakery, if you want to get your caffeine fix on. I especially love getting a nice warm coffee in the fall and the winter, especially when pumpkin things are happening and it's the Halloween fireworks. That is always really, really fun. Or a peppermint coffee during the Christmas fireworks. But today we are headed straight for the confectionery to get ourselves a treat. Again, the Real Confectionery, which is the candy shop right here at the corner of Main Street and Town Square, is closed for refurbishment. So they are doing sweets and treats here at the Main Street Cinema. They don't have, again, as wide of selection as treats, but they do still have a lot of things. And again, my tip is always to go for the things that are packaged like this or like this. Don't go for the ones that are packaged with the mini logo, because these ones are fresher and more recently made. But my favorite Showtime treat is one of these caramel apples that has the nuts on it. This is a tradition that my husband and I have. We used to always get one of these before watching Fantasmic. So I grew to love these because I like the sweet and the tart. Treat acquired. Headed back to my targeted spot. Now, one thing people ask a lot about fireworks is weather, and now's a good time to talk about it because you can see all these people in umbrellas and ponchos. It's still drizzling a little bit, but it has settled down. It was literally monsooning earlier. Fireworks are a lot different than other type of entertainment. They're a lot different than parades. They are a lot different than stage shows because unless it's like really, really thundering, lightning, monsooning, super, super catastrophic winds, fireworks will likely go off. They may get delayed a little bit, but I don't know if I've ever seen them. They've only been canceled like a very small handful of times. Now, there may be some abridgments. Tinkerbell may not fly if it's super, super rainy or windy or thundering or lightning, but the fireworks themselves will usually go off. And that's, again, different from parades and stage shows and things and other kinds of entertainment, and that's just because there's no performers to worry about with safety for the fireworks. So grab those rain jackets, friends. Get those ponchos and those stroller covers out, because if you're here and the fireworks are scheduled to happen, they are most likely going to happen when you're here, which is great. I love these because it's a tart apple, crunchy peanuts, sweet caramel. They're not cutting them still, but I don't care because I'll just eat in it. And I don't even care if it's raining. I have one of my favorite treats. Castle, fireworks are coming. It's about 15 minutes to showtime. You can see how busy this is, and this is why I said earlier, you are not going to be able to go to the bathroom or go get a treat and then get back to your friends and family 15 minutes before the show. This thing is packed. So I would say to make sure your final ventures out are before this, because it is not easy to get back in this spot where your friends or family are waiting for you.
Good evening, dreamers of all ages. In just a few minutes, the Magic Kingdom invites you to enjoy our nighttime spectacular, Happily Ever After, presented by Pandora Jewelry.
Okay, I know you can barely see me, but just trust that there are a lot of tears on my face and still on my eyeballs. Tinkerbell didn't fly tonight for weather, so I'll be back to catch Tinkerbell fly soon, but that is magic. It's magic. It's got the best music, the best score. You've got Lion King and Little Mermaid and Frozen and Moana and some underrated movies like Hunchback of Notre Dame. You gotta see it. One thing I do want to point out, the downside of fireworks is this moment right here when you're trying to battle the crowd to get out. Put on those patient pants and just deal with it, because this is what everyone's trying to do. Now, what I will say is if the park is open later than the fireworks, you might as well go do something else. Go get on another ride, go see another show, go into the Emporium, go do anything but leave with this giant crowd, because guess what? They're all going to the same monorails, boats, buses that you're going to, and you're just going to wait in really long lines at the monorails, the buses, and the boats. So you may as well go ride another ride, go into a shop, go get a snack if you haven't had something recently. But if you are trying to navigate through this crowd, put on your patient pants, make a chain, make a handheld chain with the family members you're with, and good luck. Another day, another fireworks show to check out. I am at Epcot for night 2 of Epcot Forever. That is the fireworks show that has come back here to Epcot. I'm very excited to see it at night because I didn't get to see the show very many times because it only was out for just a few months before the parks closed. And frankly, I didn't think it would come back at all. So I'm excited to see Epcot Forever before it goes away, likely forever this fall. Epcot Forever is the show that replaced Illuminations as a temporary nighttime spectacular here at Epcot. It still takes place out on the World Showcase Lagoon, and it's got fireworks and a great score. However, they are not doing the jet skis with the kites, if you saw the videos about that, because of the Harmonious barges. Harmonious is this nighttime show that we're all looking forward to. It is the one that features these incredible barges, including the one that looks like Thanos' ship from Infinity War. And that is going to debut on October 1st of this year for the 50th anniversary. They're also saying that the Harmonious barges will create a beautiful daytime look here at Epcot. So you're going to have 2 looks. It's a very universal and multi-purposeful function out there. There's a daytime fountain, and then at night, Harmonious is going to incorporate lots of Disney music, lots of fireworks, projections, water effects, all kinds of stuff. I know a lot of people aren't excited about it. I'm pretty excited about it. I love IP. The preview of it over at the Epcot Experience has images of Coco and Mulan and Hercules and the Lion King, and I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see something new anytime, and you know, it was time for Illuminations to go. I said it. Epcot Forever is kind of a great transition piece in between Illuminations, which was all original music, all original concepts, the whole World Showcase lit up, well, except for a couple countries, but you know what I'm talking about if you're an Illuminations fan. Whereas Epcot Forever kind of celebrated the history and the excitement of Epcot. It has a lot of great music from attractions from Epcot in the 80s and 90s. It's got the Soarin' soundtrack, Horizons, Magic Journeys, Veggie Veggie Fruit Fruit. You're going to hear a lot of that great Epcot music. And then it ends with A Whole New World from Aladdin, which, again, people that are original Epcot fans don't love that because they like Epcot to be more original than using other properties. But I'm here for it. I like that song. And as much as I enjoyed Illuminations, it was around for 20 years. You know, we gotta mix it up. We gotta have something new. Unlike the Magic Kingdom, it's a lot easier to get a spot to watch Epcot's fireworks because it takes place all around the World Showcase Lagoon. As long as you can see the center of the lagoon, you can get a really good seat. A great thing to do is maybe book a dining reservation for a little bit before the fireworks at, say, Spice Road Table here in Morocco, or the Rose and Crown over in the United Kingdom, or La Hacienda de San Angel over in Mexico. Those are all table service restaurants that are waterside, so you'd be able to see the show from your table if you're seated close enough to the window. However, if you're not eating at one of those restaurants, it's much, much easier to get a spot. Some of the best spots for anything in Epcot are between the 2 entries to World Showcase, those 2 merchandise shops. You can stand in there. You can stand in Italy. You can stand on the bridge between the United Kingdom and France. Basically, get yourself a spot on the water and you'll be able to see the show. And what I do like about Epcot Forever more than I liked about Illuminations is a lot of it's very, very high up in the sky. So you don't actually have to get up close and look at anything, especially now that the kites are gone. There's no globe that's going to roll out there in the middle that you need to stare at. You can just enjoy it. I didn't like the globe. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say it. I'm going to get it off my chest. I didn't care for the globe. I found it very boring. They didn't update that screen since the 90s. It felt like a Coca-Cola commercial from the 90s. I didn't care for that. You had awesome fireworks, you had Jim Cummings, and then you had this globe roll out and kind of take the mood down. I'm sorry. But there's none of that. It's all really, really high in the sky, so you can be standing a lot of places and still get a great view of the show. Apparently they're doing a little harmonious testing while we're here. This is nice. It's a little more than 45 minutes to showtime, and you can see that people are starting to line up. This is in between the UK and Canada, but there's still plenty of seats, especially compare it to 45 minutes prior to Happily Ever After last night over at Magic Kingdom. But we are on our way right now, friends, to grab ourselves a snack, because fireworks snacks are very, very important, and there's no better place to get snacks than at Epcot. So you don't have to plan out quite as far in advance as you would at Magic Kingdom, because again, you can grab a good spot even last minute here usually. I would recommend, if you really, really want a good spot, to get there about 45 minutes to an hour in advance. Otherwise, you're still going to be able to see it even if you don't plan out a spot at all for the most part. But there's tons of great things to eat around the World Showcase. You can get margaritas in Mexico, you could get a pint at the pub, you could get maple popcorn, spoiler alert, that's what we're gonna go get. You could get poutine, you could get festival food, you could get anything that your heart desires here at Epcot. I love popcorn as a snack, and I love this maple popcorn that they have here at the cart in Canada. This is something that you can refill your popcorn bucket with. If you have a popcorn bucket, you can spend the $2 to refill it. Otherwise, you can just grab yourself a box of that perfectly sweet and salty snack. Plus, they have a couple drinks here. Really, really good spot to come. And as you can see, even on a Friday night, not a long line. Here is the maple popcorn. So I really like this popcorn because it's a perfect blend of sweet and salty. You may know I'm not a super sugar, artificially sweet kind of person, but this one with the salty popcorn and then the maple balances out nicely. I actually like this one a little bit more than the Germany popcorn over at the caramel shop there, just because it's a little bit saltier. So this is a great snack if you want a little sweet and salty, and again, you can put it in your popcorn bucket. I also grabbed myself a Le Fin de Mont, which is a wheat beer that they have here at the cart. It's very, very delicious. Actually, low-key, one of my favorite drinks around the world. They just changed the keg, so that's why there's a little extra foam on there. But it's a really, really good wheat beer, so if you're a fan of like a Blue Moon, I'd recommend trying this one. But this is a low-key, underrated fave of mine. Ooh, it's weedy and delicious. And this is sweet and salty, so together, we have the perfect fireworks snack. All right, trying to see if I can snag a spot in here. Now this viewing area is at the entrance to Future World. At the entrance to World Showcase from Future World. And this is where the Fast Pass viewing used to be, or the dessert party viewing. So it's a pretty good spot, kind of right in the middle. You're gonna get a central view of the lake, but again, it really doesn't matter where you sit. However, I figured I'd poke around in here, see if we can get a spot. I'm not about to sit in front of anybody though, or take up too much room. So if we can't, we'll keep on moving. One thing I want to talk about is when you are looking for a spot for fireworks, you're probably going to see tape markers like this here at Epcot, or they were at Magic Kingdom as well. Be mindful of the tape markers. If you stand outside in the untaped area, somebody's going to come and ask you to move, because that is for safety. So just don't stand there, because you don't want to have stood there for a while and then have somebody come tell you to move. And if they do tell you to move, if you're somewhere you shouldn't be, as always, be polite to the cast members. They didn't make the rules, but they do have to tell you for safety where you can and cannot stand. So always a good thing to remember. This is a pretty good view. And again, this is the second night of fireworks. It is a Friday. It is 4th of July weekend. And we just walked up and were able to get a really good spot. So I'm not telling you to always risk it this much. It's about 35 or so minutes till fireworks goes down, but it's not as crucial as Magic Kingdom, where you have to be standing in front of Cinderella Castle to get that perfect view. 30 minutes out, and we have lit the torches around World Showcase. I do like when they light the torches. It does make me think of Illuminations, and when Jim Cummings would go, "Good evening," and then right before the show he'd go and blow those torches out. And if you don't know, Jim Cummings was the narrator of Illuminations, but he's also the voice of Tigger and Winnie the Pooh and Peg-Leg Pete and a lot of other very famous Disney characters, so that's pretty cool. 15 minutes till showtime, and the cast members have asked everybody to stand. You're not allowed to sit for safety reasons. So again, I just want to point out how much easier it is here at Epcot. You could have had someone run to the bathroom, run to get you a snack. It's a lot easier to find your party and get back in than it is over at Magic Kingdom. And I would venture that I am standing in the busiest section because this is probably the best view. One of the best views of the spectacular is right here, directly looking straight on. But again, you can find great views, especially on the bridge in between the UK and France. All along the UK is great. Any of the sit-down restaurants in Mexico, anywhere you get a clear view of the water, you're going to get a good view. But I just want to point out again how much easier it is to navigate Epcot than it is over at Magic Kingdom. Still eating popcorn? Well, you just saw Epcot Forever. Now, I enjoy the show. It's got a lot of really great songs from Epcot throughout the ages. You've got Universe of Energy, you've got Magic Journeys, you've got Veggie Veggie Fruit Fruit, you've got One Little Spark, you've got America Spread Your Golden Wings, the Soarin' song. The only song that I really miss, where's Captain EO? That's my favorite attraction of Epcot Past. And I would like to hear a little We Are Here to Save the World. But I think the show is fun. If you're an Epcot fan, you're gonna love it. And the fireworks are absolutely gorgeous, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm very much looking forward to Harmonious. Well, friends, that is a wrap on my Fireworks Are Back in Walt Disney World video. I know this one was short and sweet, but hopefully you had fun following along. A big piece of the magic is back, and my heart is so full, and tears are in my eyeballs, and I'm so glad that fireworks are back. So let me know your favorite fireworks show in the comments. Let me know which fireworks show you're most excited about, your best tips and tricks for viewing the fireworks in Disney. Share all of that down in the comments. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Ring that notification bell so you never miss a video. Follow us on social media at AllEars.net, and until next time, y'all, I'm Molly, and it has been so magical. Want to see more of my videos? Click over here. Want to subscribe? You can do that right here. And also, ring that notification bell to make sure you get instantly notified anytime we post a new video. Thanks for following. See you real soon.